Bruce Piasecki, a book writer and founder of a change management consulting firm. My New York Times and USA Today bestseller is called Doing More with Less. My work will show you how you have enough and you can enjoy what is enough, and that is wealth.
Bruce is an interesting guy. You know, he is an entrepreneur. He is a really successful business person, but at the same time, he's a social impact person. Bruce is the kind of guy who can make things better. That's what he thinks about. That's what he writes about. And Bruce really, I think, is almost, he's a patriot. He's a patriot in thinking about social change. I think one of Bruce's greatest ideas is to understand when enough is enough. You don't have to have it all. You don't have to have, to be at the top. You can lead from the middle. We live in a difficult age. We live in an age in which climate is a very serious problem, not just for ourselves, but for our kids, for future generations. And I think Bruce's message is really important. We need to do more with less. We need to make a difference in how we think about climate. And above all, we need to be activists. Nobody can afford to sit back and hope for the best. I like to say that problems worthy of attack prove their worth by attacking back. And those are the problems that we face right now. Climate change and all these other things that are really, really causing us problems, not just as a nation, but really as Western democracies. And Bruce is on top of that. He really understands all that, and he fights against it. Bruce really understands sustainability. He understands that we've got to do something about climate action. And it's not like he's up in the clouds. He's not theoretical. He basically understands what we have to do. And he talks about how corporations have to be involved, how everybody has to be involved. Bruce is a corporate person. He understands corporate responsibility. But what makes him really interesting to corporate people is that these are people who really yearn for more than just profit. They're people who really want purpose. And that's what Bruce can do. He brings the purpose and the profit together. Bruce is a bridge builder. I think he can build bridges between companies that are stuck on profit and companies that need to figure out how to go to that next step. You know, a lot of Bruce's work, a lot of his writing, a lot of his books are aimed at the corporate world. But beyond that, they're aimed at the average person. Because what he's got in there is wisdom. He's got ideas. And it goes well beyond corporate America. It goes into everyday life. The everyday person in this country is worried about so many different things, climate change, immigration, you name it. Bruce really, I think, is a very curious person. And he looks at each one of these different issues. He writes about them. He thinks about them. And he's able really, I think, to bring some wisdom to tough issues. It's hard to be down and out. It's hard to be disadvantaged in this country. But I think Bruce has a message there as well. And his message basically is we can all do well. Now, we're not necessarily going to be the corporate CEO, but we can all do well if we focus on our kids, if we focus on being good citizens, if we realize that we don't need it all. Bruce realizes, I think, at this stage of his life, that you don't have to have it all, that the next generation is where we need to focus.